In the previous video, we had a look at the danger where a vehicle, in the process of overtaking, finds that a vehicle then enters into the main lane from a side road. Here we're looking at just the opposite, where a vehicle in the process of overtaking has a vehicle traveling in the same direction, now turning into that side road. We'll see this depicted in the animation. Real life clip to demonstrate exactly what we've just seen in the animation. Vehicle in the process of overtaking and a vehicle ahead now turning into that side road and their paths intersect. In the next real life clip, what I want to demonstrate, and this is the same scenario, we have a vehicle overtaking down the left side. The camera then decides to turn into the side road. There is a collision. But what I want to stress over here is that always, before carrying out a maneuver whereby you're either changing lane or turning in a direction, always have a look in your rear view mirrors. Make sure that it's clear to do so. So whether you're going to be pulling out to overtake, before you do so, make sure there are no other vehicles in the process of overtaking. So any of those overtaking scenarios that we're covering before this video or following the video, always have a look and make sure that it's safe before you carry out a maneuver. Never assume that the path is clear. And so in this particular clip, we see there is that collision because the camera failed to check his rear view mirror. This is the last clip that we'll be looking at to use as an instructional video. We have the driver entering the intersection and turning to his left, but behind him is another driver wanting now to overtake. So firstly, from the perspective of this driver ahead, always make sure again to check your rear view mirror before you actually turn. Even though it's an intersection, even though there's a solid line and one wouldn't expect at this particular section of the road that somebody's going to be overtaking, you can't just assume that's the case. Person may contravene the solid line and then overtake, as we see happens with this driver behind. So that's from the driver's perspective in the vehicle in the front. Always make sure that it's safe before you turn. But also for the driver behind, never ever overtake in an intersection. That's extremely dangerous. Later on in the course, we'll have a look at intersections, and there we go into a lot of detail at all the variables that pose a danger when it comes to intersections. So the variables, the permutations, we go into a lot of detail, and that will be instructive when you get to that part of the course. Before I conclude this particular real-life clip, let me also mention that the montage section that's to follow is fairly lengthy, so there are a lot of clips that make up the montage section. But go through all of those clips, watch the video all the way to the end, because the purpose of the montage is to repeat the danger over and over. The advantage of that is that it then imprints on our mind that particular danger. So when we see the same type of scenario over and over again, then we have that specific danger imprinted on our minds. And as you go through the course and you have a look at each particular danger, the montage section that reinforces and imprints that danger, one gets to become aware of the potential danger areas when you're facing traffic on the roads in real life. And so what you see in these instructional videos is easily transferable into real life applications, so that when you do face such a scenario, it's not new or foreign to you. Your mind's already pre-processed that information. So subconsciously, you're aware of what's happening, and that gives you that advantage to be able to take corrective action prior to the time, as opposed to what you would have without having gone through the instructional videos. So watch the montage section in each of the videos right through to the end. In addition to that, it also helps me, because when a video is watched right through to the end, then what it does is it sends a signal to the YouTube algorithm that the viewer has found satisfaction or value in the video. That's why the viewers watch the video all the way to the end. And because of that, that signal that's sent to the YouTube algorithm then indicates that this video needs to improve it in its ranking because the viewer has found value in it. And as it improves in the ranking, it's then distributed or exposed to a lot more people. So a lot more people then get to watch the video. So with each of the videos, watch all the way to the end, both for your benefit insofar as instruction goes, but also in helping me to improve the ranking of the video. Enjoy the rest of the course. please like, subscribe, and get notified.